So it is 6 a.m. and we are on the road. I'm in the car with the kids and we're heading down to Maryland to do something really, really exciting. We are buying our first boat. Fingers crossed. Assuming that everything checks out on this boat, I'm just going to tell you what it is. It's a 1984 Grady White, so great quality brand boat. Of course, it's very old, and I think that cosmetically it's going to need a lot of work. Hopefully it checks out in terms of the engine, the transom, and the stringers. So those are the three things I'm really going to be focusing on as I'm evaluating the boat. I know that the included trailer has new brakes and new tires, so that's great. This is a fairly long trip. It's almost 300 miles, so a trailer in good condition is important. But I'm really excited. This is going to be the longest I've hauled a trailer in a long time. I think, let's see, probably about 20 years ago, I hauled a trailer from Florida to Texas, but that's about it. Anyway, so we are on our way. We'll check back in with you guys later on. Back with some news. As you can probably hear from these squawking birds, I'm outside right now by my truck, and the reason for that is, what's that? And I'll show you a little bit more about it. Let me get out of the sun. This is like squinting like crazy. This is an old boat. I found a great deal on it for a Grady. If you know anything about power boats, you'll know that Grady White is a phenomenal brand. This boat is actually a 1984, and it's in pretty solid condition for its age. Definitely needs a lot of cosmetic upgrades and a few little tweaks here and there, but mechanically it's very sound. The transom is good, the stringers are good, so I'm feeling really good and confident about it. Let's see, it has a Mercury 175 offshore engine. Let me turn this camera around. It's a Mercury 175 offshore, starts right up. Prop is pretty good. It's a stainless prop. It does have one nick here, like a bend here, but I think probably that's not the end of the world. Let's see, the transom has been reinforced with this steel plate. A little weird, but I think it's going to be okay. Like I said, it definitely needs some cosmetics. The bottom paint is kind of rotten. Not rotten, but not looking so great. A lot of peeling and cracking on the bottom paint. Got some marks here on the gel coat, but I think these are going to come right off. They're just from the trailer wheels. Trailer's in pretty decent shape, actually. It has some new brakes on it. It has a couple new tires, and it has a new axle. So again, it needs some cosmetic work, and you know, I want to check and make sure that everything's good. But overall, I am very, very pleased. This is my first boat that I've ever owned, and so it's going to be a project. I'll show you a little bit inside, but I'm not going to jump up there right now because I need to get back on the road and get home. I'm about 5 hours from home right now. As you can see, it's kind of dirty up there, but the configuration is phenomenal because it has this big open back deck, has this 2 seats, has a small cuddy cabin, and then it is a walk around. So for instance, fly fishing, you can get right up here on the bow and fly fish. I am really, really excited to start this project, and I'm going to take you guys along with me on this journey as I learn how to do all of the things that you have to do with a boat, especially a vintage boat like this. Again, it's a 1984. It is going to take some work, but I am up for the challenge, and I cannot wait to get it in the water. It's seaworthy right now, and most of the changes that I'm going to be making are primarily cosmetic, a few minor mechanical things, but nothing big. Well, this is unexpected. We've had sort of quite a development today. As you know, we went to Maryland to pick up our boat, and I'm thrilled to death with it, but a little less thrilled with the fact that one of the tires on the trailer shredded as I was going down the highway. We are all safe, thankfully, and after several hours of going around and around on the night before Easter to find out who might have trailer tires in stock and available and could come to our rescue, we finally found a great service called 24/7 tire repair, I think, and really thrilled to have found them. They came and did roadside service. They changed 2 of the tires on the trailer because they, as I inspected the one that shredded, I found that one on the other side was also pretty bald. So I replaced 2 of the tires on the trailer. The other 2 look great. So now we have 4 good tires on there. There was no spare on the trailer, so lesson learned for sure. I have now ordered a spare tire and a jack and a lug wrench and the holder for the spare tire, so this will never happen again. But by the time we got everything done, it's like 10 o'clock at night. I have my kids with me. They're exhausted, and we've all, had a really long day. I've been up since 3:30 in the morning, ready to get some sleep now. So we have made the decision that instead of continuing the 170 or so miles further home, we would stop here in Maryland. Oh, I'm sorry, we're in Delaware. We just crossed the Maryland-Delaware line, and we decided we would stop at a hotel and get some sleep for the night. Somebody's knocking. I think that's my son. Hello.
Hello.
So that is where we are. We're in the hotel, and we're getting ready to get some sleep here pretty soon, which is much needed. So, again, very, very thankful that we're all safe. This could have gone badly, but it didn't. And so we're going to get a good night's sleep and do the remainder of our trip in the morning. Okay, we have finally made it home safely, and here we are. Grady is parked on the front lawn of my house, and no, that's not what I'm going to name the boat. I'm not quite sure yet. Many years ago, my husband and I actually had a joke that if we ever bought a boat, we would name it the Dude Suite. That may be what we name it. I'm not really sure yet. But anyway, I wanted to kind of do a walk around on the interior now that it is here and parked. So I'm going to hop up in the boat, and I will be back with you guys in a second so I can show you all the dirt and glamour. All right, I have hopped up inside the boat. Here we are. As you can see, it's pretty faded, pretty tired looking. I'm going to flip the camera around in a second and show you guys in detail. Starting from the stern of the boat, here's the engine. Mercury Offshore 175. It runs really well, which is the biggest thing. We've got a lot of dirt. This thing is dirty, but you know what? It starts right up. Some storage compartments. There's a brand new battery, which is fantastic. Another storage compartment with some grossness, a lure, and something, plugs, I think. Storage. The old rope. Cleats are nice and solid, a little bit oxidized, but not too bad. Got some rod holders. These are nice rod holders, actually. Very heavy duty. Another storage compartment. It's huge, really big, and smells terrible. Here on the deck of the boat, everything's pretty solid. There's one slightly soft spot here on the gas tank hatch cover. Not major. I think that's probably repairable. Let's see. This needs to be repaired. The screw is out. Right here. Helm is pretty decent, actually. These are all the original gauges. This is the original wood, or I think it's actually plywood. I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like plywood. All the original switches and everything. Lexi is in pretty good shape. Shifter. Helm station. I could use a new sticker, I think. Ignition. This carpet I'm going to pull out and put something new in there. And there's exposed fiberglass here, which I'm not really happy about. So I don't know what the hell's going on here with this. It looks like there was something here that was taken out. This wood trim is really rough, and I'm debating whether I'm going to take this out and replace it, or if I'm going to refinish it or paint it. I don't know. I can't quite decide aesthetically what I want to do. As you can see, the cuddy door, this part is weathered wood that matches the trim, but then over here we've got plywood with a coating, so I don't know. And then inside the cuddy, there's actually a nice surprise. These cushions are darn near pristine. I mean, they look really, really good. Very clean. The cushions are a great surprise. The carpet, not so much. And there's a lot of sort of jank wires hanging around also. So I'm not the biggest fan of that. So some work to do in the cuddy, but not terrible. The porta potty that came with it is definitely going into the trash. There is a fire extinguisher. I'm not sure if it's any good, so I'm going to replace that. 2 seats. They barely swivel. They do, but not so great. I don't know. I think I might replace these. I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to take a closer look at what the story is here with the adjustment knobs and all that. More storage down in these spaces. Then moving up towards the bow. Here's the windshield. It's in great condition. Just needs a little cleaning. But overall, really good. Nice and good shape up here. I mean, these Grady's are rock solid. Look at this thing. This is a 1984 boat. It's 36 years old. And it is solid. Nice up here. There's a new light that the previous owner had just installed. Here is some sort of a line. I don't even know what this line is. I guess it's a dock line. Antenna. Here's the anchor locker with anchor, and I don't know how much rope. Windshield washer. And oh, I forgot to show you the electronics actually. Let me go back over there. The electronics are a little dubious. Look how dirty this thing is. So these electronics are booty, basically. There is a Matrix 12 fishing system from Humminbird and a Garmin GPS that is equally ancient, basically. New compass, so that can stay. It's in good shape. I don't actually even know what this is. I guess, oh, it's a light of some sort. And then this was a wiring harness, probably for a GPS. If you guys know what this is, it looks like GPS. So I'm probably going to take this out since obviously I don't have whatever unit this is. I feel like I've seen these brackets for big Garmins, similar to this. I don't think my Garmin transducer cable will fit. Like, I don't think this one will fit my Garmin transducer cable. If it did, that would be amazing, because then I wouldn't have to rerun the transducer cables. If it doesn't, I'm gonna have to run them from back here all the way up through the cuddy and then up here. But one way or the other, I'm gonna clean up all this stuff. This is kind of a hot mess, honestly, and I don't like all this clutter. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Talk to me about this, you guys. What do you do? What would you do with an instrumentation panel like this? It is, oh, okay. Well, the seat moves. You know, we've got some faded old wood, the original gauges, and these original switches, all of which are still labeled, and they do work. I don't actually know what this stuff is, to tell you the truth. Huh. There's also a radio down here, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't work. It looks non-functional at best. So, oh, and here's all the wiring for all the other electronics as well. Conveniently left exposed. So I'm gonna have to do something about that. I actually think these storage compartments, one of them could be converted to a live well, so I might try to do that. If you guys have ever done that process, drop me some comments down below and let me know what it would take. There's a drain in there, but that's it. So let me know what you think it would take to convert these to a live well. It seems like you could probably just pop a pump into that drain and then wire it up and then just pull the pump when you wanted to drain it, but I'm not really sure. Let me know what you guys think. So that is the interior of the boat. What I didn't show you in this walkthrough was the exterior. It has, you know, obviously a lot of cosmetic stuff. Needs a really good cleaning and a polishing. It also has bottom paint on it. And I'm not planning to keep this boat in the water, so I really don't think I need the bottom paint, and I don't love the way it looks, even if it was in good condition. So I'm probably going to remove that unless that's cost prohibitive. I'm not sure that that's the scale of project I want to get into as a brand new boater doing one of my first DIYs. So we'll have to see what happens with the bottom paint on this boat. But like I said, go ahead and leave me some comments if you know anything about all of these various aspects that I've talked about, whether it's wiring running, whether it is filling cracks and screw holes, whether you have an opinion about some of this woodwork over here, what I should do with, you know, the weathered wood versus the plywood over here. Go ahead and leave me some comments. Let's make this a dialogue. I would love to hear from you guys and go from there. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody's support of our little YouTube channel. So happy birthday to me. This is my 50th birthday present, and I am beyond thrilled with it. It is worth the wait. My birthday was actually last September, and it is April now. So I'm really glad that I held out for the right boat for me, and I'm looking forward to lots of adventures, both restoring and enjoying this boat. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and we will catch you later.